first carry here for Kyron Williams. A nice pickup moving it across the 40. We'll give him 6 on that play.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 41-yard line.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 4. A shotgun snap to Stafford. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Stafford. That one on target to Williams. He's got it.
They were able to complete this pass, but how often do we see these running backs run these angle routes and they catch it in stride and run a hole through the defense? So, I know the defense gave up some yards here, but it could have been a lot worse.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Sack Allen in there to bring him down. And that's his 1st sack of the year. That'll bring up 2nd and long. From the gun, here's Stafford. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked, and with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
3rd and long. Here's Stafford. Coming across the field, connecting with Adams. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. And how about that? 3rd and a mile. And they convert and pick up a 1st down. Williams gets it from the pistol. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down.
Taken down at the 41. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and
8. 2nd down, 8 yards to go. From the shotgun, it's Stafford. That's into the hands of Jordan Whittington. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
3rd down.
Ninth play of this opening drive, trying to keep it going here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Stafford. Quick throw here is complete. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively, and now decision time. What are you going to do on 4th down?
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on 4th down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a 4th and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this 4th down.
They'll snap it. Here's Stafford. That is incomplete. Oh, they elected to throw on 4th and short. It does not work out. They turn it over on down.
Well, Mike, it's pretty clear early in this game the message they want to send is we are going to be aggressive on offense. And that's exactly what they did there, going for it on 4th down early. But it's the defense that comes through and forces the turnover on downs.
Knicks now on 1st and 10. That's taken in. It's R.J. Harvey. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
I think the days where cornerbacks are either unwilling or unable to be involved in the run game, I think those days are over, Mike. I think when you look around the landscape of today's NFL, yes, you have to cover, but you also...
Over the middle, it's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Kinchin. And the Rams are going to take possession. They've got it at their own 42.
Well, we're getting a little test here early, Mike, to see just how easy is this team to rattle. Didn't look like they were able to get through that opening script that they had worked on all week. So I'm going to be curious on this next drive. Do they stick to the plan? Do they pick up where they left off? Or is there a little bit of a reaction, or dare I say panic, to come out and make some adjustments in response to that early interception?
Unloads downfield looking for Nakua.
Stafford's pass.
Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
So following the score, here's Evans to send it away. Couldn't take the chance. They're going to return it from the goal line. And he will only be able to muster the 20-yard line on that return.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
So now they'll pitch it out here. They'll take this forward for about 5.
The tackle made at the 24-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Back to throw is Nix. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
We'll come to the line for 3rd down and 5. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively, and it sets up 4th down.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
Crawshaw on to punt. The kick is away. This one, returnable. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. Drive begins with a run by Williams. And this will be a short pickup to about the 30. Jaquan McMillan in on the stop.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 30-yard line.
So we are through 1 here on Sunday Night Primetime. 7-0 is our score. Greg and I back in Denver in just a moment. Second quarter now. Rams in control of the football. They've got it 2nd down and 7. Throwing, Stafford. That's hauled in on the left by Nakua. And he is out of bounds at the 45.
A gain of 16 yards.
Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a 1st down. Back to throw. Stafford. He'll drop this down to Williams. And no place to go. He's hit and taken down behind the line.
So, Mike, there's this idea that every time a defense blitzes, it has to result in a sack. But there's a lot of other ways that you can impact the play, and we see it here. Get the ball out of the quarterback's hand, get it to the check down, and now you just need to rally tackle and bring them down for a loss.
Stafford now on 2nd down. Pressure all around him, and down he goes. Jonathan Cooper getting in there to bring him down. His 1st sack of the season.
The ball just has to come out there, Mike. There's nowhere to go with it. Protection's breaking down. You either got to get that out to a check down, or you just got to throw it at someone's feet and move on to the next play.
Stafford from the gun on 3rd down. Oh, wide open. It is Williams for the grab. Wow, a pretty good comeback to say the least. Not enough for a 1st down, but a really solid pickup. And it brings us to 4th down.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. And now they got a 4th down decision to make.
He's got his tight end. That's Ferguson. And he's going to have a Rams 1st down. It's a gain of 12 on 4th down. To throw is Stafford. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. He was looking for Terrence Ferguson, the tight end. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
Unloads downfield looking for Nakua. And the Broncos are going to take possession here. It's a touchback. They'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Intercepted. The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
A 1st down throw for Nix. He will air this out, looking for Sutton. And that is incomplete. Sutton, the man he was looking for. 2nd down.
So at this stage of the game, Mike, that whole sideline, they're looking up at that scoreboard. They see the donut up there, and they're saying, we've got to get something going. You become a little desperate. You start pressing. In this case, they try to push something downfield. Deep pass, incomplete. You got to find a way to generate possessions while still searching for these big plays. They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
2 incompletions to start the drive, and it leads to 3rd down and 10. From the shotgun, here's Nix. He's got his man. He finds Sutton. It's a gain of 19 in the air. Good for a Denver first down.
You know, Mike, with a guy like Cortland Sutton, I think he's someone who seems to fly under the radar because he's just a really good football player. I mean, he's cemented himself as a true #1 in Denver, and he's a big reason why the Broncos made it to the AFC Championship just a season ago.
And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
More yards.
Back-to-back targets, back-to-back completions. That one for 16 and the first down.
45-yard line.
A run with the Central Florida product, R.J. Harvey. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
11 more yards.
That's a gain of 11. And they'll move the chains with another first down.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Best time to call a draw is when the defense is playing a pass situation, so a down and distance that screams pass. You want those defensive linemen ripping up the field thinking, I'm going to go sack the quarterback. In this case, they time it perfectly, hands the ball off to the back, big pickup.
Nix, now to throw it here on first down. The pressure gonna cave in on him. He will go down.
A big loss on the play. Brings up second down.
Second down. Nix. To the right side, he's got Ingram, the tight end. This has been bizarre. From second and a mile, a huge gain, but still short of a first down.
1 yards on the play.
So often sacks, especially on first down, can be drive killers. But their ability here to take this from second and long to third and short, they've got a really good opportunity here, Mike. If they don't get it on third, don't be surprised if they go for it on fourth.
And the throw on third down going to be incomplete.
So prior to that third down call, Mike, I thought they put themselves in a pretty good situation at that down and distance. They had run and pass, both at their disposal, but nice job by the defense being up to the task. Force the incomplete, brings up fourth down.
On fourth down, here's Nix. That's complete. Taken in by Franklin. So they move inside the 20, first and 10 at the 18.
That's good for a Broncos first down. First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Throwing is Nix. On the run to the right. And that ball out of reach. Toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion. Troy Franklin, the intended target. And it'll be second down. Throwing, Nix. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow him to catch. It'll force third down.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
Nix from the gun on third down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. On fourth down, the veteran Will Lutz for the Broncos field goal.
A 44-yard attempt.
His kick is good. And the Broncos are on the board. It's 7-3.
Broncos 3.
We have hit halftime. We're going to take a quick break, come back, second half of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. On first down, here's Nix to throw. That's caught on the right side by Sutton. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. 18 yards, the gain there. What a way to begin the third quarter.
At the 47-yard line.
Here's Dobbins. And he'll get about 5.
J.K. Dobbins, the ball carrier. He's brought down at the 42-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up second and 5.
From the 42-yard line, here's second and 5. Draw play here for Harvey. And a nice run. He's got a first down tackle made right at the 35-yard line.
7-yard gain. That's good for a Broncos first down. First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
To throw is Nix. Inside the 10, it is caught.
Just a beautiful ball there by the quarterback. And the point I want to make here, Mike, and make sure the viewer understands is, in the NFL, if you have to wait for a guy to be open and then deliver the ball, it's too late. So often these quarterbacks throw their guy open. They anticipate where the void in the coverage is going to be. That's exactly the reason this play worked out here, Mike, and he's able to connect here for a big touchdown.
This will be taken at the goal line, and he'll return it. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line.
At their own 34-yard line.
It's Stafford throwing from the pistol. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout. That's going to bring up second down.
It's now second.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. That defender's bearing down. You really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
They'll send a man in motion left. On second down, here's Stafford. And he's not going to be able to escape the rush here. He goes down. Zach Allen in for the sack. It's a loss of 9 and sets up third down. From the gun, here's Stafford. That'll be caught by the running back, Williams. He got a lot of what he needed, but just not enough. The mark is a couple of yards shy of the first down. Here comes fourth down. Evans with the punt sends it away. Too much leg there. That one's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's first and 10. Now Nick's going to look to throw. And this is too far out in front. That one's incomplete. Sutton, the man he was looking for. Second down.
I'll tell you what, Mike, with this guy's speed, he's not an easy target to overthrow. So that's one of those where they're telling this quarterback, throw it with everything you got. Just lay it out there. And more times than not, he's going to run under it. But in this case, just a little bit too much on it. He winds up overshooting his man.
Pickup of 11 yards on that one. First down, Broncos.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
A run with Dobbins. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's second down.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up second and 8.
They'll throw. It's Nix. Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he lost the football. And I think a Bronco player was able to get in there. He was. So Denver keeps possession of the football.
And they should consider themselves lucky. You can't let a pass rusher through that quickly and not expect there to be consequences. Fortunately, they're at least able to fall on it and prevent this from being a complete disaster.
Down the field, but it falls incomplete. Cortland Sutton, the intended receiver, and it's going to lead to fourth down. And the Broncos bring out their punter. They'll kick it away. He'll punt for the second time after hitting a beauty in his first effort. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds.
At their own 26-yard line.
So start this on the ground, it's Williams. And this is going to be a Rams first down as he gets past the 35 to about the 37.
You know, Mike, I think it's funny, you look at this Rams offense, and they have so many good players that it's pretty easy to forget about Kyren Williams, but he's quietly been one of the best backs in the league over the last 3 seasons, rushing for over 1,100 yards each season. So, tell you what, when he runs the rock well, it just seems to open up everything else. This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
The motion man is Nakua. Now a second down throw for Stafford. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. Jonathan Cooper. He gets in there to drop him for a big loss. And now it's third and long. So, points at a premium. Defensive battle so far as we are through 3. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. They need one right now. Third and long. The motion man is Nakua. Third and long. Here's Stafford. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the first down.
Let's give some credit to this offensive line. Once they identified the blitz, you could see them communicating with one another to make sure everybody is on the same page, and that's what gave the quarterback enough time and found the open man.
On now the punt team, and this one's on its way. And he overhit that just a bit. Lands beyond the goal line, and that is a touchback. Nix now on 1st and 10. Oh, they get the takeaway they needed. It is intercepted. Picked off by Trent McDuffie. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown.
You know, Mike, I think we all stand up here and we just marvel at the physical skills, the pick sixes, of course, the impact plays that they make week in and week out. But there's so much more going on when you have a player to this caliber. It's their ability to communicate with their teammates. It's the cerebral approach to the game of getting in and out of different coverage checks. They impact the game on every single snap with or without making a play on the ball.
This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchdown.
35-yard line.
Now it's Dobbins, and he's brought down after a gain of a couple.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line.
So, from the 37, here's 2nd and 8. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. Open man downfield, that's Ingram. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line.
That's good.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Off the play fake, here's Nix. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
On the ground, here's Dobbins. And he'll get past the marker. So he's got a 1st down on that gain of 5.
5-yard gain on the play.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a 1st down.
That is caught left side by Waddle. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
On the pickup. 2nd and 6.
From the 23, here's 2nd and 6. RPO, quick throw, there's Sutton. Now they are in business. Inside the 15-yard line. A gain there of 10 yards. Good for a Denver 1st down.
10 at the 13-yard line.
Zone read, a give to Harvey. And he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
Some defensive ends specialize in getting after the quarterback. Some defensive ends specialize in run game. This guy can really make an impact on both, as we saw here for that tackle for loss.
They'll give it to Dobbins. Able to make one man miss, but that's all. They get him. Take him down behind the line.
The stop made by Myles Garrett.
And they will not be able to get another play off, and we have reached the 2-minute warning. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. Here's a big one, this 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
They desperately needed that one, Mike. Down here late, they've only got a few remaining snaps to go, and it puts all of the pressure of the game now on 4th down. Let's see what play call they have in a gotta-have-it situation, and right now, this quarterback needs to make his best throw in the biggest moment of the game.
And that's not going to work. The defense comes up with a 4th down, 4th quarter stand, and forces a turnover on downs. Trying the left side, here goes Williams, and he surges forward for a gain of about 5.
The tackle by Talanoa Ufanga. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 13-yard line.
2nd and 5. Stafford working from the pistol. This one not quite on target. Too much. That one falls incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And 3rd down coming up.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far. I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
To return, it's Mims. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
They'll come up for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Nix. That is brought in downfield by Sutton. A big play at a critical juncture in this game. Now the Rams going to use the first of their timeouts. They get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining here in the 4th. Now, 1st and goal.
1st down and goal to go.
Go with their fullback trying to get it. No, he's not going to get in. In fact, they've shoved him backwards. Now a timeout Rams, it's number 2. And they'll stop it. Just over 40 seconds to go in this one. Now here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And this one ruined quickly. Take them back to the 5-yard line. The Rams use their 3rd and final timeout. They stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. For the lead, here is 3rd and goal. They'll try to pick it up with Harvey. And he cannot get free. Only a yard to the 3. Forcing 4th down.
A gain of a yard. It's now 4th and goal.
Nick's gonna throw for it. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs.
What a stand there. 4th and goal. Game on the line. It looks like this offense is putting together a game-winning drive, and the defense comes out with the stop of the day.
He is trying to fight for yards, but the surge up the middle not there. It's going to push him backwards.
At the 3-yard line.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. They run over center with Williams. Now a timeout, Denver. That's their 2nd. Talk things over before 3rd down.
A 3-yard pickup, and it's 3rd down.
It's another run here for Williams. And he'll be taken down. We'll see if they want to use that final timeout or not. Things are pretty much spoken for. One team headed out for the Rams as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. This fielded inside the 35. And he'll be taken down, and that is going to do it. Oh, the comeback falls short. Time runs out. This game is over. So it's a win for the visiting Rams. They continue their winning ways in the month of September. They're off to a 3-0 start. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire